They say, well, the reason we went with you is because we see you everywhere. I mean, you sell everything in here. You've never sold one house in there, but their perception is of that simply because every time they log into Facebook, or even if you are doing direct mail, every time they see their mailbox, you have that information in front of them. Hey, good morning. It is Greg Luther here, and I wanted to give you a top secret approach to get you some immediate luxury level buyers and sellers. I'm just getting ready to go in and grab some breakfast here this morning, and I was checking my email on a few agents that we've helped to break into the luxury market, and we're using a really cool approach. I want to give you that approach here, a really cool approach to breaking into the luxury market, even if you have zero experience doing that in the past. So let's say you've done traditional real estate transactions. You've always wanted to increase your average sales price, obviously meaning you're doubling or tripling your commission, but not real sure how to break into that market. Or more importantly, you think there's other people that are very successful in it, other agents, and you may not be able to compete. Well, let me tell you, it's very easy to do if you utilize an approach, a top secret approach that we've been having some very good success with. So let me tell you exactly what that is. You're probably familiar with Facebook advertising, right? We all know what Facebook advertising is. We're not talking about that here today. What I want to talk about is not the traditional ads where you're running a lead ad and you get a buyer or a seller that's interested in buying or selling a home. In this case, what we're doing is we're grabbing data so we can market specifically to one individual neighborhood utilizing Facebook ads. Let me show you what I mean by that. So you take a luxury neighborhood, a luxury community that you're interested in. If you know those street names, if you know those addresses, what you can do is skip trace those addresses. I'll give you a resource for that in a second. And that company will get you their email address. I don't want you to email them. What I want you to do is take those email addresses and upload them into Facebook Custom Audience. You're not lost. It's still okay. We're not talking technology here. You just upload a list into Facebook Custom Audience. But now you can market to them on their Facebook page. You are in their news feed talking about you being the specialist in that area. So let's say, I don't know why I always use this example, but let's say it's called Johansson Estates. I wonder if there's really a Johansson Estates, by the way. I say that in almost all my videos. So let's say this luxury neighborhood is Johansson Estates. And I can find out that there's 9 streets in there. I can send that information to Data Finder. Data Finder will skip trace it and get me their email addresses. Now, it may say there's 470 homes in the area. We found 390 of their email addresses. Okay, great. That's all I need. So I get those 390 email addresses. I upload that into Facebook Custom Audience, and I tell Facebook, hey, these 390 people, I want you to put this ad in front of them that says Greg Luther, the Johansson Estates specialist, and I'll have a specific domain name, and I'll have pictures of me by the sign at Johansson Estates and by the fountain that everybody recognizes and all that stuff. I'll start doing a monthly ad in front of them on Facebook that shows the market update. As you know, everybody believes when you send those market updates that show all of the listings and solds and that type of thing, they believe you sold all of them. So if you show them 11 houses, they're like, man, I went with you because you sell everything in here. You actually just did a market update, but I can do that online. It costs literally pennies. By pennies, I mean less than 10 cents. It costs literally pennies to get in front of each of those people, and you can very quickly become the, in this case, Johansson Estate specialist. Why? Because it feels like they see you everywhere. So the very first call you get on that luxury, in that luxury neighborhood, the very first call that you get, they say, well, the reason we went with you is because we see you everywhere. I mean, you sell everything in here. You've never sold one house in there, but their perception is of that simply because every time they log into Facebook, or even if you are doing direct mail, every time they see their mailbox, you have that information in front of them. So tip for you today is to break into that luxury market. I'll actually be talking about this on Monday's webinar. Memorial Day webinar. You can go to wealthyagentblueprint.com if you want to join that. It's free. I'll show you some really cool approaches that are working well. If you like this, wait till you see what we're covering on Monday. Wealthyagentblueprint.com. You can get registered for the Memorial Day webinar. But anyway, find those streets. You will need the street names in order to do this. Choose those luxury neighborhoods that you want. Find those streets and send that to Data Finder. That is a skip tracing company. They'll probably charge you $80, $100. I don't know. It's nothing for an entire neighborhood. And then you take those email addresses, upload those into custom audience, and you can have some really good ads in front of them. I'll show you some examples of ads and that type of thing on Monday's training. So anyway, hopefully that's helpful for you. I want you to look at doing that yourself. If you are interested in breaking into the luxury real estate market, you should get registered for Monday's webinar. And that is wealthyagentblueprint.com. Go out there and sell some houses this weekend. If there's anything I can do, make sure you reach out to me. Hey, Lisa, thanks for joining us here today. Any questions you have, let me know. We'll talk to you soon. Wealthyagentblueprint.com. Let's get you some luxury closings. We'll talk later. Bye-bye for now. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that video, and listen, we've got a lot more information for you to help you with growing your real estate business. We load new videos nearly every day, and I want you to have access. So you got to do two important things. It's both totally free. Number one, I want you to subscribe to this channel. You'll see the little subscribe button for you to click. If you don't have an account with YouTube, set it up. It's totally free. You got to subscribe to this channel. And the most important factor, you got to ring the bell. Right next to that subscribe button, you'll see a little bell to turn on notifications. That will let you know every time I load a new money-making video to help you with growing your real estate business. Subscribe and make sure you ring the bell. We'll see you in the next video.